Hello and welcome to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Whiteside, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us, however you may be joining us. We appreciate it. And always glad to have with me people who are taking care of our community, one pet at a time, challenging all of the people in our area that they can do the same. Welcome back to the program, Valerie Robinson. Valerie, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Keith.
All right, of course, the director of Terrebonne Animal Shelter here in our area in Terrebonne Parish. But we can't really do anything with good friends, without good friends. Mm-hmm. And fortunately, y'all have that as we welcome in Rachel Brunet, the president of Friends of the Terrebonne Animal Shelter. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, thank you very much.
I appreciate it. Sitting next to her, Ms. Leila Foray, who is the vice president of the same organization, Friends of Terrebonne Animal Shelter. Leila, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
You got it. Now, who are you holding, Leila? Who you got?
I have Max.
All right. Well, hey, Max. Thanks for joining us on TV today. Rachel, who do you have?
I have Cleo, a 6-week-old black and white domestic short hair.
Oh, my. We have a 6-week-old black. It's almost like they're coming up in a pageant. It's a 6-week-old black and white short hair.
That's weird.
And who do you have, Miss
I
Valerie?
have Baxter. Baxter, they're all siblings, so
Right.
these guys are all part of the same crew.
Okay.
And I have Baxter with us today for his TV debut.
Oh, my. Welcome, Baxter. We're very, very glad. Listen, it's one of those things that we talk about all the time, about the value that y'all bring to people who need pets. Pets provide such great therapy. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But let's talk about the value that you guys are offering to help other people. Y'all do so many good things with that, Valerie.
Right. So we are rolling out today a really great deal.
Okay.
So our
Another great deal.
We always have great deals.
Yes, you do.
So this one is to help animals outside of the animal shelter to prevent them from coming into the shelter.
All right.
And
Want
it's our
them to stay in their homes.
We do. We want them to be spay or neutered so that we are not seeing unwanted litters come into the shelter.
Okay.
So this is a preventative measure. So spay or neuter, kind of like Bob Barker.
Right.
Spay or neuter your animals. And now we understand that, just like, before we've talked about many of times, there are people still struggling that need a little extra help.
Absolutely.
So luckily, we were able to write some grants and get some grant funding to help with lowering the cost of spay neuter. So I'm here to tell the whole world in Terrebonne Parish
all of
that
our parishes.
we are talking about a low cost spay neuter.
Okay.
And that's going to be $10 for cats and $50 for dogs. So if you need your animal fixed and you live in Terrebonne Parish, it will cost you $10 for a cat and $50 for a dog.
And so for all of those people listening to Valerie tell us about this wonderful program, it is an opportunity to either spay or neuter your pet that you have at home. It's not one that you're going to come and get, although we would love for them to have a brother or sister. But at 985-873-6709, give them a call. And at the Terrebonne Parish Animal Shelter, they can tell you all about the $10 cost for a cat and a $50 cost for a dog. What a wonderful, cheap price that is.
Yeah, and the benefit that is tenfold, really. I mean, for $10, we're stopping, litters upon litters, of cats and $50 for dogs from coming into this world. And then, again, accidental litters happen. We tell people that we are, ready for, animals to be spay or neutered as early as 2 pounds or 2 months of age.
Okay.
And so Baxter is
2 and 2.
He's excited
Bob
about
Barker thing, too.
2 and 2.
We'll be back in 2 and 2.
So we're trying to get the word out that this is an opportunity right now. Right now, while we have grant funds,
Right.
this will go away. So if you need your animal spay or neutered, and we encourage that, you need to come now to sign up. We would recommend that you go to our website to learn more information and come directly to the animal shelter. The forms are at the animal shelter.
Okay.
You do have to have a money order. We don't take cash, check, credit card, anything but a money order.
Money order.
And that
Okay.
money order is for $10 for cats or $50 for dogs. So grab a money order on the way, stop at the animal shelter, take 5 minutes to fill out that form. We'll get you signed up. Our next event will be the 26th of October. And
Okay.
then we have one right after that for November 5th, which is a Sunday. So
Oh, wow. Wow. Spreading into the love and the long weekend.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. Some other great things happening at the shelter.
yeah, always, here to encourage adoptions. So,
Okay.
We are seeing finally through the end of summer, which for us is, as you know, incredibly insane for intake. Baxter here is super excited to tell everybody about. He's trying to
He
run out of
is.
here and tell
He
everybody
is.
about it. So adoptions. The other things that we always talk about is fostering. So if you can't commit, like if you are not ready, We do have the option to foster. That costs you nothing but your time. If you already have a pet at home, it's just basically letting out another dog to go and potty. It's one more scoop of food, which we offer and help with those medical
Oh,
and
okay.
those expenses and things like that.
Okay.
And so, fostering and adopting is a way to help us out, but it's also obviously, like you talked about, the benefit of having another pet in your home or having
Right.
a new pet. Like if you haven't, you're a first time pet owner, please do come to the animal shelter and check us out. We have tons of really good highly adoptable animals.
Got just a little bit of time left in this segment because I want to share a story with you about the value of fostering, the value of being able to come and just enjoy the pets. I talked about pet therapy, and we're going to get into that a little bit more. But it's so very important to know that we have an asset in the Terrebonne Parish Animal Shelter, and that you guys write grants to make it easier for people at home that maybe don't even need anything from the shelter other than we're going to help their pet make it a little easier down the road,
Yeah.
right? Because that's kind of the value of that. And so it's just really nice to see that y'all work so hard to coordinate that. And then with the Friends of the Animal Shelter, being able to know that they are partnering with all of their programs and all the wonderful things we'll talk about with Rachel and Layla about what's coming up. It's just nice to know that we have an asset and that people in our community have an asset.
What actually is a community cat?
Okay.
So a community cat is typically an outdoor cat or a cat that has exposure to outside, meaning it might go inside, outside.
Right.
That might be in our community, going from one place to another for, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? So there's caregivers usually involved with a community cat. So what we have learned is on a national level and even global level, community cats, the way to help with the cat problem that you probably have heard about or people say, man, there's so many cats,
Right.
is to spay or neuter them. So what we have developed over the last 2 years is a community cat program. And basically what that does is that allows people to bring community cats in that are friendly enough for them to safely catch.
Right.
We will spay or neuter, vaccinate, ear tip, and give flea preventative for a 30-day flea preventative on the cat for free.
Holy cow.
Free. Free. Free.
Free, if you didn't pick up on that.
So
Right.
we saw the problem, we saw the
Right.
need, and that's our goal is to reduce the population
Sure.
by spaying and neutering those cats.
Right.
So those outdoor cats that are freely roaming. Now you might question, what about the ones that are not friendly that won't come up to you, like those what's called feral cats? We also trap those feral cats with humane traps.
Right.
Bring them into the shelter. Our animal control team is designated to do that. They will bring them into the shelter, spay or
Do
neuter.
the same thing.
Exactly. And then release them back to their exact location.
Hmm.
A lot of rumors that people are like, oh, you're just dropping them off somewhere. We do not drop them off anywhere.
And we're not going to
They
Cat
go-
Island.
Right. We go back to the exact same location. They have
Right.
a caretaker assigned. Usually we're working with that caretaker.
Right.
What I need people to know is that that's a free service that we're trying to solve the problem, which is overpopulation by not having them
Right.
fixed.
And it's not about holding that person accountable or that caregiver accountable. You have to do this and have to do that, especially if they can't get the cat. The cat's not friendly enough to come in. They are friendly enough to come in. We want you to keep that community cat as healthy as you can. Y'all want to do it in a way that prevents additional community cats.
Exactly.
Or additional feral cats.
We need
right?
to reduce that. Exactly.
Okay, gotcha. We talk about community cat and what we need to do for the cats for the community. One of the things, and I've got a large dose of what these pets do and can do for the value. Like there are so many different programs that you have for people. Spay or neuter your pet, bring them in. We have a fund to help with that. When pets are such an important part of people's lives that you don't realize that until you become a pet owner. And when you do, they become a part of the family. And when you lose one of them, there's so many issues with loss. And it's very, very difficult for them. So I encourage people that need it, go to the shelter. Go visit with some of these wonderful cats and dogs there that you can just visit with. They will love to see you, right? And so that's just one of those things. And then the options that you have to be able to adopt or be able to foster. And just really thinking through if that's something that's going to work for them. We need the animal shelter, but we also need Friends of the Animal Shelter. So, Rachel, let's talk a little bit about what Friends of the Animal Shelter is and how that works for you guys.
The Friends of the Terrebonne Animal Shelter is a nonprofit organization that we solely dedicate our time to fundraising for the Terrebonne Parish Animal Shelter.
Wow.
We do several events to raise money. All of that money goes to the shelter to help them in programs that aren't ordinarily in their budget or
Right.
things that they need that we can help provide.
Yeah, kind of like getting some of these funds and being able to provide these services are because of what y'all do with Friends of the Terrebonne Animal Shelter. And so it's very much appreciated. Let's talk a little bit about the mission. So put that up if you don't mind, Aaron. I want y'all to maybe tell us, either Rachel or Layla, tell us a little bit about the mission here for the Friends of the Animal Shelter.
The mission of the shelter is we dedicate to supporting the shelter,
Right?
and we want to help reduce the number of unwanted pets in the parish and in the community, and encourage responsible pet ownership.
Yeah. As you guys are really displaying that right now, just being able to come and love a pet. And they're just doing so well. All of these cats are doing so very well on the desk because it's just nice and comforting, right, Layla? It's just nice to spend a little time. This is what Friends of the Terrebonne Animal Shelter is about, right?
It is.
Loving up on your pet. Layla, tell us a little bit about how excited you are to kind of work with the program and how exciting it is to be part of the Friends and the Vice President.
I mean, it's just an amazing opportunity to be able to actually see the good that can come out of our community and for our animal shelter. So we have amazing donors. We have an amazing community. A lot of these people will come out and they'll buy stuff from us. They'll donate. And with all these funds that we make, we can better improve our animal shelter by purchasing things that they wouldn't, have. We
Right.
purchased their first x-ray machine.
Right.
Which is giant. It helps out community animals that come in that are strays, that are injured. And I've got to see that firsthand by fostering some of the kittens that have broken legs. So I got to go in and I got to use that x-ray machine, help
Right.
hold down little kitty,
Right.
and see it was just a broken leg. All they needed was 30 days of cage rest. And bam, they're ready for adoption.
Now
It's
they're up.
amazing. Yeah.
And there's a level of support for what y'all do, and I can get how much y'all appreciate that from the community that goes into the healing process. And pets can be such a huge part of the healing process. And there's so much love that they can give and so much love we need to give back to them. And you guys are all doing that every day.
So Texas Roadhouse has partnered with the Friends Group for the entire month of October.
Oh, my.
Yes, and they are already doing amazing. So any day, public can walk in there, eat a really tasty meal, and then they have incentives. So if you donate towards the Friends Group, like example, you donate $5, you can get a pinup, a raffle ticket, and you can get a free appetizer. So when people donate that, 100% of that comes to us at the end of the month, and their staff is absolutely amazing over there. They are just gung-ho for the community. They want to help the animals, and they're doing a great job. I wish I could partner with them all the time.
So we want people in the month of October, go to Texas Roadhouse, one of our favorite places, by the way. My wife and I, it's our go-to.
Oh, for sure.
Go there and let them know you want to find a way to help Friends of the Terrebonne Animal Shelter. And they're going to find a way to do that for you. They're going to find a way for you to get a little bit more for your meal, and you get to make a donation, which makes a huge difference. So that's one of the ways people can help, right?
Right.
We got other things coming up, like Rougarou Fest. And so tell us a little bit about that, Rachel, if you don't mind, as we talk about Rougarou Fest and the options that we have with that. Or whomever wants to do that.
I'll talk about it.
Oh, I like
I'll
that.
talk about
Lila
it.
stepping up again.
So, Rougarou Festival, October 20th through the 22nd. We partner with Wetlands Discovery Center. They let us go out. They let us host a pet boutique where we have some low-cost pet items for sale. We have giant raffle baskets. We raffle them off $1 a ticket. 100% of those proceeds goes to the animal shelter. Some of our baskets include Saints tickets to New Orleans hotel stays, just an endless amount of gift cards to local restaurants. So make sure to come out. You can, visit our Facebook page, see those prize lists as well, and come out to the Rougarou Festival, have a great time, and buy some pet stuff.
Absolutely. And enjoy yourself out there with Jonathan Foray and all that they do
Yes.
at the Rougarou Fest. They do a wonderful, wonderful job. so very glad that we are able to work with them and partner with them. We want everybody else to do that. And so, again, Texas Roadhouse, the option, people can do that. They can get some option for raffle tickets for that, right?
Yeah.
And
They have their own raffle baskets, actually.
wow. See, so
Yeah.
2 different raffle options. Isn't that wonderful
Yep.
to be able to do that? And then we have some other events going on. It's always nice to talk about a 5K and things that people can do to support that as well, right?
Yep. So we have our 5K9 run walk.
5K9.
Yeah.
See, that's
We will get there.
fantastic.
So we normally hold it in March, and
Right.
it's a kid, family, pet-friendly event. You can come out with your dog. You can come out with no animals. You could run. There are prizes. There's food for sale. Normally, we invite a lot of the rescues, the shelter, to hold adoption events. I
Right.
mean, it's just normally just a great time. We always have a great time when we go.
Okay. And when is that one? Well, you said you normally do it in March.
So it's March, but I don't.
It's March 2nd.
March
March
2nd.
2nd,
Okay,
yes.
so March 2nd, want people to think about it. Right now, we're just starting to get a feel for the cool weather. We're expecting it's still going to be nice and cool in
Yes.
March.
Yeah.
So, again, something to look forward to. And you can find out a lot of that information at the end of this segment. We're going to share with you where you can get more information about all of these events that are coming up. But I like the fact that we also want to do some things. I love the last 2 because they're very family oriented. They're about making sure that we get people out to celebrate in the 5K9 run that's coming up. Also with the Rougarou Fest and being out there. But let's talk about this trivia night.
Oh,
Yes.
I love our trivia night. So our trivia night is we normally schedule it out random months. But it's always a fun night. People come out, teams of 6. They answer questions from 10 categories. There's a half and half raffle. There's tons of door prizes. So when you go, make sure to buy more door prize tickets. They're $1 each. And it's just our winners get a prize, like our winning team gets a prize.
Right.
And 100% of those proceeds, I mean, everything that we make goes to our animal shelter, the programs we fund through them, the things we buy for them. So all of our fundraisers, 100% is for our shelter. But trivia night is Pause for a Cause, kitty paws.
PAW.
Pause for a cause.
Pause
Trivia
for
night.
a cause
Yeah.
trivia night. And when do we typically hold that?
It's been, here and there because
Right.
the last time it was scheduled was
day of
Hurricane
Hurricane
Ida.
Ida.
Yeah, it was the day of Hurricane
Yeah,
Ida. So then we had to reschedule to January. So sometimes
Okay.
it's in the winter, sometimes it's in the summer. We haven't set a date just for that, but it's going to come out, 2024, we will have a Pause for a Cause trivia night.
And interestingly enough, these trivia nights, especially when it goes to such a great opportunity to raise money, trivia nights people just love. I've hosted a bunch of them. I got to tell you, I'm jealous. I'm a little envious. Like, I don't want to be on stage reading the question. I want to be sitting in the audience answering it or naming that song or whatever that is. And so the 10 categories is just wonderful. My friend and I, Stan Gravo, I've done that for years for some events that they did for Relay for Life. And so I love the idea. Pause for a Cause is a great idea. And so we want people to go to Texas Roadhouse and really be able to celebrate with them. We want people to be able to go out to Rougarou Festival and enjoy that. Look forward to what's coming up in March for the 5K9 run, and look forward for the what we can find out about the trivia night. Where can people go to get information? Right.
They can go to our Facebook page, which is Friends of the Terrebonne Animal Shelter. We also have a website under the same. And you can use our phone numbers, our email, everything's on there to contact us.
Very good. And so we appreciate that. Layla, thank you for coming on, sharing with us all the wonderful things that y'all are doing. Rachel, we appreciate it very, very much. As always, Valerie, thank you for doing this. Kiddies, thank y'all. Y'all did a wonderful job. Y'all got to sleep and nap, and that's a good thing. Ladies, we appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that'll do it for this particular segment of Bayou Time. Don't go anywhere. A whole lot more local programming right here on HTV.